morning. Good morning. Where are your classmates? Hey, they're becoming tired. Is that alright? They're going to draw the last sets. What happened to them? This is how they started misbehaving. Their zeal started going down, and it hit on them. Only a thing to enter finally. Don't allow your zeal to go down. Your confusion starts when you start missing your classes. Start coming late to your classes. That's when your push starts. The moment you start missing your classes, you may come today, you don't see your lecturer. Keep coming and stay in that class. Keep coming, whether they are there or not. Sit down in that class. If you don't know what to do, study or discuss. All right, you're welcome to today's class on the course B3253 pharmaceutical calculations. We are still discussing the topic pharmaceutical measurements. Pharmaceutical measurements. Sorry for those that say that they didn't come with their pharmaceutical. Please, anytime you have any of my courses, come with two of them. Come with all the courses I can decide to take any as I am moved for that particular day. Am I communicating? Please, if you have any time I have anything, come with two of them. I may even teach this one and stop and go to the other one. So please, I beg you. AUM, I will miss a lot of classes. AUM can easily be read and understand, but FAMCA, most people may not be able to study. So even if we are not able to cover, let's not be in what? FAMCA. Are we together? All right. So, yeah. We are discussing the topic pharmaceutical measurement. I can remember in our last class we discussed what measurement is. We define measurements. We define quantities. The two categories of quantities, right? Fundamental and what? Derived. We also talked about the units of what? Measurement. And we discussed what pharmaceutical measurement is, then systems of measurement, the common systems and what? Metric what? System. On the common system, talk about the apothecary, talk about the domestic household. Then we enter the metric system or the SI system. We discussed how these things were built in the convention they had in the late 18th century. Is it late 18th or 17th century? They have forgotten. So we discussed it and we discussed how it's built from what decimal places, right? Then all these things you've been making use of in your secondary school, centimeter, decimeter, kilogram, milligram, milliliter, how they were formed and what they actually mean. And I told you I derived some, and I told you to complete the rest. Please try as much as possible to do that, so that if it will help you to know the conversion factor from one unit to what? Another, especially in intra-system conversion. You know, within the metric system, we have intra-system conversion. The same way we have intra-system conversion in common system. Because in metric system, you can convert from kilogram to what? Milligram. True or false? From gram to what? kilogram is an intra-system what? Intrametric system of conversion. But we discussed intra-system conversion in common system where we pointed out things like grain, right? In volume, we talked about volume. We talked about what drops, meanings, right? What next? From drops, meanings, what next? Volume, eh? Hey. Look as if I'm out of frame. Drop, meaning, what next? Through what? Ground, what next? Downs. What next?
Pins.
Fines. So, you know, only for me to come and start writing out again intra-system conversion for that one, it won't happen. Because remember we talked about how many drops make 1 minute, right? How many minutes make 1 what? Food gram. So this is the conversion factor. So with this now you can move from what? From what? Meaning to what? Food gram. True of us. And you can move from food gram to what? Food downs. Having known their what? Conversion factor, right? So how many minutes make 1 food ounce? How many minutes make 1 food ounce? 480 minutes make 1 food ounce. Is it true? Is it true?
Yes.
Good. So now, is intra-system conversion true of us? Yes. For this common system now, volume now is intra-system conversion because you are moving from what? Within the same system, you are moving from meaning to what? From meaning to what? Food down. Are we together? The same thing happens to mass, weight. Weight. You are talking about what? The same thing. When you talk about grain, right? You talk about what? Scruple, right? Talk about what? Gram, right? Talk about what? Ounce, right? Going down to pounds. Remember we have agricultural pounds and apothecary what? Pounds. Remember? So, and you remember the one that is 7,000 grain and the one that is 5,760 what? Grains. We have discussed this. I'm looking at your face. You are looking at me as if this is the first time we are saying this in this class. Ask.
There are some questions me or we have been saying that like you see some people in grams and they said if you find like the final answer has to be in meals. But I thought grams has to do with grains, has to do with like mass, then meal is under volume. So I don't know, I'm checking, I've not seen any formula that connects.
Say you saw a question like that. The question we have asking what?
Grains.
And they ask you to find the answer in what?
So after everything, our answer is supposed to be in meal.
Let me come around question. Let me see the question. Let me see the question. Let me know whether it's an error or something. Fast, come around question. Let me see the question. It may be an error until I see the question. But apart from that, when we go to specific gravity, and density, specific gravity, you can move from weight to what? Volume. Okay? That one is when we get to that level, that specific gravity, we will discuss that. But for now, anything that has to do that now, we have no business with specific gravity in this topic. It may be an error, but let me not conclude until I see the question. Come and write on the board for us. It was there. Okay. Altogether, this is 4 ounces. Actually, this is wrong. But even till today, there are some products you see. They still use ounce as what? Volume. But it should be what? Full downs. Altogether, it should actually be what? Full downs. This is an error, not error. It's full downs, not ounce. But I don't know if you have seen any of such products. You see things as such. You see 20%. Have you seen it? Volume, what is inside is what? Liquid. You still see it as what? But it should be what? All together. So this is an error. Okay? It should be what? Full downs. So it's volume. So you now, of course, this is from here to here. From here to here is intra-system. Hope you know. Are you aware? From here to here is what? Is it intra or inter? It's inter. Because you are moving to metric now. True of us. You are moving to what? Metric. How many dance make 1 teaspoon? Or how many teaspoons make 1 food dance? Do you know? Do you know? Huh?
1 teaspoon.
Huh? 1 what? 1 what? What you write here is how many teaspoons that make 40 downs. So what you write here is how many meal that make this teaspoon. So what should be here? What should be here?
How many spoons means what?
No, forget what I said. Just what should be here. Tell me what should be here. And what should be here and what should be there? What should be here? I didn't ask what you should. I say what tell me the value that should be here. Oh yeah. 600 teaspoon. One woman being said that is 600 teaspoon. What should be? What should be here?
It's 1,200.
Yes, 1,200. There.
Divided by 5 is
See,
5. Okay, that is 240. 240. Not 240.
Shall we just second zero?
240.
You stay here. BDP lecturer, if he comes, tell that I'm here. Stay here as you're waiting for the secretary. If he comes, tell that I'm here. Okay?
240.
Here is 240.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is 600?
Oh no, you can.
What we go? Okay, she said it's 240 now. Is it true? Is it true?
Yes.
Hello? Basically, how many, what is the relationship between food ounce and teaspoon? One food ounce is how many teaspoons? What is this I'm asking now is in your course material. So tell me, one food ounce is how many teaspoons? Like the place we have conversion between adequate and apodectory, domestic and metric. So tell me, how many teaspoons? One food ounce is how many teaspoons?
6.
Is it 6? Is it really 6?
It's not 6. It's not direct formula. Teaspoon and this thing.
What should be here?
What should we make? Wait.
1 teaspoon
Goes to 5.
What should be here?
Eight teaspoon.
Here is 8. Here.
8, yes.
What should be here? Huh? 9 is here. See. To see what if you are given question, if you're given a question like this, see what to do. Just go straight. Just try. Just establish. Here, you already know that. I told you that we are using 30 mil for food ounce, right? For one food ounce, right? Even though we have to 9.57, but anyway, basically I'll give you the one to use anyway. But if I don't give you anyone to use what? 30 mil. Hello? If I ask you a question that has to do with food ounce, I'll give you, but if I forget to give you, use what? 30 mil. Now, look at this now. What you should do is straight. You already know that one food ounce is 30 mil. Multiply this 40 by 30, you get what? 1 straight. Now, you already know that 1 teaspoon is 5 mil. Divide this by what? 5. Answer 1. 2 seconds. We have solved the question. Am I communicating? The same thing here. You only know that 1 food ounce is 30 mil. Multiply by 2 by 30. It gives you what? 32 times 30 is what? 960. And the one teacup is how many meals?
120.
Divide it by 120. You get 8. And you are good to go. Huh? In the system conversion, I want to use anybody you are asking now to conclude that has to do with inter and intra-system conversion, so that we enter method of measurement. Okay.
So this 240 teaspoon,
Why are you confused?
there is no direct conversion. So I want to know how they want 240.
What I just did now in your presence. Okay, you don't understand what I did. I said you know that we have that 1 food ounce is what? 30 mil. I also know that 1 teaspoon is what? 5 mil. With these 2 things now, you can answer this question and go your way. Move this to this and this now, use this thing to find what you should be able. Because 40 ounce should how many mil? 40 food ounce should be how many mil? One what?
1 teaspoon is equal to like 1 kilogram, which is equal to 4 ml.
See, remember what I told you? Hello?
Hi.
See, this common system, the rate of variations, they give you some values so that you see things that for practical purposes, use this. You see 4 point something or 4 or 5, but they will still for practical purposes use 5 mil. It's not actually 5 mil as far if you go and start measuring the way it is. But for practical purpose, you cannot measure 4 point something mil or 4 mil with this tool. Am I complicated? So the for practical purpose use what? 5 mil. But if you want to go into the real value of it, you start seeing that what you just mentioned now. But for practical purpose use what? Even tablespoon. This is not as beautiful. Yeah, why were you this?
I give you 3
No business with advance. Go and sort yourself out. Don't come down to this now. Now, even tablespoon with peg at 15 ml. You start seeing 16 ml. But for practical purpose, use what? 15 ml. Am I complicating? Am I complicating here? So, but basically, to solve a equation like this, you can deduce, since this is to this and this to this, you can deduce it. Yes, okay, because this is equal, whatever is here is equal to what is here, which is equal to what is what here. That means what is here is equal to what is what here. True or false? If A is equal to B, which is equal to C, that means A is equal to what? C. True or false? B is equal to what? C. A is equal to what? B. The same thing here. 40 ounce is equal to whatever mil that should be here. But you already know that 1 food ounce, sorry, not ounce, 1 food ounce is 30 mil. So if 1 food ounce is 30 mil, so 40 food ounce should now be how many mil? 1,200 mil. You come down here again. 1 teaspoon is 5 mil. And we already know that we don't know how many teaspoons here. But whatever teaspoon here, S teaspoon is what? 1,200. So, if 1 teaspoon is 5 mil, that means S that should be here should now be equal to what? 1,200 what? Okay. You find out X, that means 1,200 divided by what? 5. You get what? 240. The same pattern you use to solve this. So don't start cracking your brain and wasting your time you don't have time. Trying to divide, and be battling with 4 mil. At end, the 20 minutes you go, you start crying, say, I don't finish. This is simple thing you can do and get your answer straight. If mil is not given, how?
If you don't say 40 ounce,
If me is not given, okay, you mean if you have a question like this, you mean if you have a question like this, 40 food ounce is what? Is that what you mean? Okay, how you will now find it? Huh? And I find it now. It's not in your course material. Find it now. It's not in your course material. Is it right? I find it now. And I just put something that may not lead down into conclusion. That's how you go direct. You may start getting the fractions. Am I communicating? That's how you go direct here now. You may start having fractions. You don't have to start having issues here. How to move from here to here. It's not like everybody that can handle it. That's why I say look for soft spots that can help you solve any question. If you are given a very big, a complex question, calm down and look for a loophole. There must be a way around that question. Start from the one you know, then you now step. No, ask.
This thing happens right because in our hospitals, they didn't write anything like 4 points, anything of blah blah blah. They just wrote, the only one they wrote points is the full down school and one drop school.
Okay.
And that full down school is 29.5 cents,
Okay.
which gave us 30.
Yeah.
Then this Russian code gave us 4 million on the dot without anything. If we make this one 5 million, that means there will be a change in this tablespoon. Because 1 tablespoon is 4 grams.
Okay.
And 1 gram is now 5 million. So you want 4 times 5, which will give us 20
Ada, focus on, for a practical purpose, use this. Focus on those values. If you see that table, you will surely see where, especially like that Indian textbook, will tell you there are two materials combined in that one I gave you. One is from US, one is from India. Yeah. You know, India is linked to India is more of British. Am I communicating? Yes. India is more of what? British. So I can say that the material is British and what? US, because India is more of what? They tilt towards British more than what? America. I'm not communicating, but the other thing is purely US. The one that has 29.75 is purely US. I'm not communicating. Now, in that Indian material, you see where the one after writing, you see for practical purposes. That is what we are using here, because what we are doing is not just calculation. We are doing practical. I'm not communicating. That's why they use 5 mil. For purpose, they use 5 mil. Am I communicating? Instead of 16 mil for tablespoon, you start seeing 15 mil. But if you start looking at the real value and start doing a calculation, you'll be confused. Are we together? Yes. Alright, so that's that. Fast. I don't. Please, anywhere you see, so far we are dealing with what? Volume. Please always put what? Okay? Okay, sorry. It says how many milliliters are millimeter?
Yes.
Meter.
Yes.
Meter.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Maybe I will correct that, please. It's liter, please, I beg you. Please, oh. Is liter. Is liter, please. Is it now? Is it this one? Are there questions?
No, it's the millimeter.
Amoya, answer it. Answer this one fast. What does answer this? If I hear it from one. Oya, Ama. How many milliliters are in 2 tablespoons? Oya. Stand up fast. Stand up fast. You're making noise, though. Oya. What's the answer? Huh? No idea. How many milliliters are in 2 tablespoons? 1 tablespoon is how many milk? Oya, Maria, Oya. What answer to this one? How many milliliters are in 2 tablespoons? 1 milliliter.
0.5.
Hello, please listen, please. Shh. It's not how many milliliters are in 2 tablespoons. 0.5 mil are in 1 tablespoon. You think you're in a corner? You say you one. 13 mil. 32 mil are in what? Hey! How much are going to
1 tablespoon 0.5.
And she's speaking with so much confidence. This is now making an agreement. 1 tablespoon is what? No, I like your confidence. But just say it well. Let me understand what I say. You say that you're making noise now. You say that 1 meal is what? 1 teaspoon is what? 0.5 what? No, I'm talking about meal to tablespoon, not food gram. Okay, you are talking about food gram. No, it's tablespoon. How many meals are in 1 tablespoon? You don't know. If I point to the answer, I know most of you know it, but I want to know those. There are people I want to make sure that they know it. Oh yeah. Who was your stand up? Fast, stand up. Oh yeah. What answer to this one? 30 ml are in 2 tablespoons. How?
Because 1 tablespoon is 15 ml.
See confidence. See confidence. I see that. She's correct. Sit down. Amma, what's going on? Yeah. Look at me. What's going on? Yeah. Listen, even if you don't know anything in this topic, you should not do this one. Very, very simple. And there's it. Oh yeah. Hey, how many milliliters are in 5 food down? Hey, shh. Stand up. Don't look at anybody. Stand up. Answer the question. How many meals are in 5 food down? 150 mil. I am 5 food down. Sit down. That's good. I like that. I think is it another question? Confusing. that has to do with interconversion. Is there any further question that's confusing? Because we are entering into another subtopic now. Ask your question. Oh. We have all the questions with you. Ask your questions. Any question you don't understand in that question, ask it now. Let us solve it before I go into another subtopic. Ask. What is this? 8.5 what? 8.5 grain, right? 8.5 grain, right? Now, I want to give you for weight now. Moving from common to inter-system conversion now. You know that moving from grain to what? Milligram is inter-system what? Conversion. Is what? Inter-system what? Conversion. Because we are moving from common system to what? Metric what? System. Two of us, we are moving from common system to what? Metric system. In that case now, 1 grain. God bless you. But some text use, we have 1 grain. We have 1 grain, 65 milligram. We don't have 1 grain, 60 what? Milligram. Are we together? If I give you any question, I'll always indicate one place. But if I don't indicate, use this one. Why I mark this because there is this conversion from pound to kilogram, between kilogram and pound. It's also inter-system, hope you know. It's also inter-system. Then this conversion, that was solved using this. They derived that using 65 milligram, not 60 milligram. Where they say that 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram is what? 2.2 what? Pound. These things are powerful conversion factors. This was derived from this. We also have that 1 gram, that 1 what? 1 gram is what? Are you sure?
Yes.
There's one that is in between gram and the pound. Is it gram and pound or gram and we have 454 grams. Have you come across it? Yeah? 454 grams is what? It's your material. It's what? Let me know those that stop. You go far. 1 what? 1 what? Is what? 454 what? Gram. Are we together? Are we together? See. If I see what is good, I'll always commend it. If I see what is not in order, I'll always do what? Condemn it. I'll commend and do what? Condemn. I will not hide anything. You see these two human beings there. You see these two human beings. You see these two human beings. They are doing well. They are doing well. And nobody in this life knows it all. Sometimes, as you are doing your own, you also look at what others are doing and see what you can learn from what they are doing and add to what you are doing. That's how we grow. That's how we grow. Watch them closely. They are doing well. So try to learn. There are areas that are not doing well, but as far as academics here is concerned, they are doing well. Alright, so this is, please, you see this, you see this, you see this, you see this, don't joke with them. Am I communicating? Don't joke with them. They will lead you from what is it called? From common system to what? Metric system. With respect to what? Weight. With respect to what? Weight. So please study as much as possible. What of ounce? Ounce is how many grams? 1 ounce.
28.35.
28 point what?
35.
Wait. 1 ounce. 1 ounce is what? 28 point what? 35 what? These things we are derived from where? This, okay? This from here down, they are derived from what? This. So this is the main man, this is the chairman here. This is the what? Chairman. Everything you see, they're just changing their units. But this is the chairman. That 1 grain is 65 milligrams. Gram to mil. Dram. Dram to mil. If someone asks dram. Dram. Dram is here a measure of volume or weight. Mama, gram is here a measure of weight or volume. Let me see what the rating says. You know, I told you errors abound, so that's why we keep improving materials. All these things now I will correct them. Am I even sure it's not the original one I wrote that I sent you? I corrected. It was time I corrected distance. This is with gram, not gram. It's with gram, okay? Please. It's with gram, not gram. It's with gram, not gram, okay?
In this place,
It cannot be a last question.
this equivalent of oil, here 1 quart of that equals to 964 mil, and the other capacity is 1 quart equals to 1,000 mil. So which one should we follow?
That's it now. Remember, hello? Remember I told you. You remember I told you that basically one gallon is for what? How many liters? But in America, in US, is 3,000 and something or so. Male. I'm not competing. So that's why you are seeing that in a city. That one is American. Where he said that 1 quart is what? 946 what? Yeah. Multiply by 4. It's 3,000 something.
785.
That's their word, their own word. Gallon, yes. But to avoid unnecessary, please use for me 1 gallon 4 liters. That is 1 quart. 1 quart, how many liters?
1 liter.
1 liter, right? That is 1,000 watt mil. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Good. So avoid unnecessary decimal points coming up. Hello? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So let's look at methods of measurement. Let's look at methods of measurement. Let's look at methods of measurement. Under methods of measurement, I told you we have direct and what? Indirect. We call it direct. Say what? Say what? Okay, so we have directs or normal. You just get what you want to weigh. So whether that your weighing balance can weigh it effectively without exceeding error of 5%. You weigh it directly and do your thing. That's what you are doing here in your lab, okay? You get the powder, you put it, you weigh directly and do your thing. That's direct what? Measurement. You get your measuring cylinder, provided that the capacity can hold what you want to measure. Am I getting? At least it should be above what you want to measure. Remember what we did in your first year. The capacity of the measuring cylinder should be, at least it should be above what you want to do what? Measure. So far it can hold it comfortably. You are doing direct what? Measurement. But there are situations whereby the weight balance you have or the cylinder you have or the measure you have cannot effectively measure the volume you want to measure or weigh the weight you want to weigh. So what do you now do? And if you try to force that measure, you have error. And the early error in compounding is a serious one. So what do you now do? You apply indirect method, or we call it aliquot method of what? Measurement. It's not direct, it's indirect or aliquot method. So that means, what it means is that the knowledge of this, maybe they will employ you in a manufacturing outlet or whatever, maybe compounding pharmacy, where you have to, maybe actually the weight balance they have cannot weigh what you want to weigh. What are you going to do? Without error in measurement, in weighing whatever you are doing, should not exceed 5% what? Error. That's how you try to force that balance to weigh it, to weigh that particular weight. You start seeing that you would commit an error that will be above 5%, and it's a problem. Of course, there must be an error, but at least you should not exceed what? 5%. By the time we go into percentage error or go deep in this, you understand what I mean by the error. The error should not exceed 5%. So these are methods of measurement I want us to do what? Look at. So let us now take them one after the other. Let's take them one after the other. we have our what?
Direct and indirect.
Direct or what? Original what?
Method.
Young marker. This one is not marker anymore. I don't even understand the type of markers we have these days. They just try small and stop writing. So let's look at direct. Under the direct method, we just look at, we check the weights and what volume. First, we start from the volume. Let's look at measures. Different equipment used in measuring what volume. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
Good. We have to be together. We have no choice than to be together. So, in the measurement of volume, we have the one we use for large scale what production in industries. Okay, with large scale. There we have things like who can tell me example? Come on, Agua. Who can tell me examples? The measures for large scale production. I'm listening. Volume, Adoya, tell us. Not true. There are people that study ahead here. Right, tell us now. Huh? No, it's not true. Tell us. You know, tell us. See, tell us, let me hear. Oh, Zoya, tell us. Now, tell us. A question like this is in that your revision question. Yes, it's there. True of us. It's there. So you have not looked at it by now. How do you now study? If you want to study, you first of all, if you want to read, let me give you a clue. One is that? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Kiloliter. Okay, have you seen the answer?
No, it's
I ask you a question. You ask me a question. Okay, answer it.
I don't know the answer, but we have industrial size calibrated vessel.
Okay.
But the question, so you wrote which one calibrated strings and pipettes are used for larger volume, while industrial size calibrated vessel are used for smaller volume. That means it's false.
Of course, it's
That
false.
means the one that is used for larger volume, industrial size calibrated vessel.
Okay. I agree. Please, I was about giving you a clue. Please, if you want to study any topic, if you want to study any topic, first of all, get the revision question on that topic. Go through it. You will not solve it. Just go through the questions. Then you will not open the topic. As I read the topic now, you will see point that has a link with that question. It will strike your mind. And it will make you to actually have a better understanding of that particular one. So if you are reading it, you take it seriously, not just let me just read and go. No. Am I communicating? So you have no reason not to get to, you have no reason to score anything less than 70 in this course. I'll give you everything you need. You have no reason at all. You have no reason whatsoever That's why I am always angry at people that fail my course. I'll give you everything you need to do well in the course. Everything you need, I'll give it to you. Okay. Large industrial site calibrated what? Vessel. Remember that in industrial production, remember we'll still do a topic we call reduction and enlargement of what? Formula. Where you have a formula in the official book that may be a formula to produce maybe 20 bottles, or even just 2 bottles of a particular works, of a particular work suspension, for example. Now you have to enlarge it. Maybe you now want to produce 2,000 bottles for industrial use. Yeah. For industrial production. Hope you know that for industrial production, they produce up to thousands. Some big companies produce millions in a batch. Am I communicating? Now, if you enlarge that formula to produce up to 22 million bottles or 10,000 bottles, as the case may be, or 20 million whatever thousand tablets. Sorry, we are talking about volume now. Sorry. The volume you want, if you want to measure the volume of a particular ingredient you want to use, you will not measure the volume for 1 bottle and pour, 2 bottles and pour. No. You will measure using a large calibrated vessel that has capacity to measure up to liters of no longer mils now, liters of that liquid ingredient, liters of it. After it's your calculation that will not tell you how many liters of it you need to measure. Am I completing? So in industrial, you need a large industrial size calibrated vessels to measure volume. Are we together? To measure volume. This one now is direct measurement. Is direct measurement. Ask.
So dispensing balance. Dispensing balance is used for the small.
Dispensing balance.
And so you can have with one joint measures used to measure volume.
Dispensing balance, volume. Let me see. Yeah, everything here is mumbled up. Remember, you say 2 systems. We have weights. Everything is, this one is weight. This one is what? Volume. Weight measure. So it's not for, even though there are situations whereby you can, of course, when you go to density and physical gravity, you start seeing weight of a liquid. Of course, we didn't discuss how to measure how to get the weight of a liquid in your first stage. Did you discuss it in your class? Okay, not we will still do it. There are situations you can actually determine the weight of a liquid by just getting an empty vessel, weigh it first, and keep the weight. Then pour the liquid, weigh again, and check the weight and subtract. You now get the weight of the liquid. You did this in your physics. For those that did physics, you see it in physics. Those that did this, two of us, it's true. Those that did not do this may not understand it. Don't worry, we'll still do it. We'll still do it in this course so that you understand, so that you can feel that value. Okay? So you can feel the value. Why can you not? 300. 300. Say it. Huh? You are you serious? Wow, that's good. I like that. What's the number? Okay, now let's continue. So apart from that big, large, whatever, we still have the one that we use in, even in the industry, there are still one that you can call it medium or small. You see, you have your measuring what? Calibrated what? Vessel, like measuring what? Cylinders, yes. We have your measuring what? Cylinders of different sizes. Of different what? Sizes. What about glass? Do we? What type of glass do we use for this? They have forgotten. What about glass do we use in manufacture? This measuring what? Cylinders, beakers, test tubes. Okay, so we have these of different sizes. We have 250 metrofos. We have small. We have up to. Have you seen the ones we have here?
Yes.
We also have up to 500 mil. Yes. Yes. Maybe you've not seen it because you have not used it. It's there. Then we have small one. We have 20 mil. We have small one. Very tiny ones. They are different ones, sizes. Then we have the one that looks like this. I don't think we have it in, but like this. We don't confuse this with the conical flask. How does the conical flask look like? Your conical flask is like this. Hope you know. Remember, please don't confuse it. Is your inverted word conical flask? This is dispensing what? Dispensing what? Dispensing what? We did this in your first year, right? Right? Then we have the one that I wait for small volume. You start seeing your pipette, right? Or pipette. Is it pipette or pipette?
Pipette.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not pipette?
No. Pipette.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
There's no pipette. All right, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
For small volume, even you are what is it called? You are syringe is also used. Syringe is also what? For small volume. We don't have micro pipettes. Have you seen micro pipette before? Micro pipette is also there for small volume. This one are not too large, not too small. Swiss everywhere. I've discussed this in our first year. Which of them have dual measure, dual scale? Dual scale. Which of them have dual scale? Go and revise that thing. Revise it too. Which of them has dual scale? Huh? We have conical, we have cylindrical graduate, we have conical what? Graduate, right? This one is cylindrical, right? This one is conical, right? Right? Good. Someone share with pen, please. So we have cylindrical and what? So tell me, which of them has dual and which other has dual is what? So what that dual is what and what and what units are there in dual? Dual is what and what? What units are in dual? In that dual? What's in now? So, cylindrical, conical is dual, right? So what makes all that dual calibration? What units are there? It's not true. Look at that. Look at this. Okay, it's not clear. Open the course material. Look at the one. Look at the soft copy. Look at the cylindrical. See whether you can see the unit there.
Celsius.
It's not clear. Huh? You cannot see it. Let me see it. Let me see. There's one like yeah, clear.
Hey! What is that? What is
Tibia? Do you see metric and the common system there? Common units for volume. Hello, listen carefully. Let me explain. This dual means it has two scales, right? One of the scale is in metric units. The other one is in apothecary what? Units. Am I communicating? That's what we mean by being dual, having dual what? Dual scales, okay? But syringe has only one scale. It's purely what? Metric what? Scale. Please note that, note this what? Differences, okay? I think there's a question like this in that revision question. There's a question like this there. Please note this point. It's in this topic that you see theory question in FAMCAC. Up to 20 questions that are not even calculations. In this direct measurements. In this pharmaceutical measurement, that's where you see questions that are some questions that are not what calculations. Please note this point we are making now. So now these measures can also be made of glass. Remember containers. Remember, with some glass can be what? Plastic. So have you seen plastic measuring cylinder before? Who have seen plastic measuring cylinder here? Yes, I've seen it. I tell us, me tell you. I won't say it. And if I invest now, I will ask that question in your quiz. So I can ask you questions. So far, I have taught you that in class. I can ask that question. So don't do that easy. Because it's a continuous thing. It's a continuous thing. Please don't do that. Don't say, we have done it. No. You have not done it anything. You did it and you keep doing it. What type of glass? How many types of glass do we have? Hey! Are you serious? You are casted out from first year work. Hope you know. And your own may be CBT. Okay, so let's continue. So I told you something about laboratory wares. Laboratory wares, the type of glass used to manufacture laboratory wares. I mentioned it. Very strong glass, because this wares, you pour acid inside, true of us. You pour some chemicals inside that may attack the glass. So the glass needs to be what? Strong. So the strongest of them is what? Type 1. What's the name for type 1? They've forgotten. For what? Alright, so we can have it in the range. These ones now, this one that are not this much, this pipettes, all those things. We can have it in the range of 5 mil to 1,000 mil. Are we together? Yes. Like this now, we have it in the range of 5 mil to 1,000 mil. Yes. They exist. I've seen them. I've seen 5 mil. I've seen 10 mil. I've seen 50 or so. I've seen 250. I've seen 500. I've seen 1,000. They exist. Remember what I told you in your first year about whatever measure you want to use to measure a liquid. What I say about it being not being less than what you want to measure, right? Not where you want to measure 10 mil. You go and get 5 mil measure. Get another 5 mil, that will be error. Serious error. So the best to do is to use, you can use 20 mil, two of us, to measure it. Instead of using 5 mil and 5 mil, measure 5 mil and pour. Then come again and measure. That 5 mil you measure and pour, some will still be retained inside it, two of us. Then you go and measure another one. At the end, you can never get 10 mil. They should take care of themselves. He says 10 a.m. and they are joking. So, we will discuss almost everything in your first year here, but let me just keep going. Maybe it may serve as a what? As a recap here, thank you. I want to give you an assignment. Make sure you do it.
Yes.
I want you to research on the classes of weighing balance, different classes of weighing balance we have. Different classes of weighing balance. And their accuracies or precision. Their precision. Different classes of weighing balance and their precision. We have class A, class B. Browse on it. Research on class of weighing balance and their precision. Precision. Ensure you do it too. I may not collect it, but just do it. Don't play. Bring it. No one's speaking our water these days. It's well. Divine favor alpha. But it's well. Okay, so do that, okay? Now, there's nothing I'm going to talk about in measurement of weight I did not discuss in the first year. Is it the one that should be in the right hand pan and one that should be in the left hand pan? You know this is now. Which one? Or which one should be in the right hand pan and which one should be in the left hand pan? Which one should have the weights and which one should have the ingredients? What are weights? What do you say about the weights? Okay, someone, okay, sorry. No. Okay. Only one person that will want them. Others, I I've been exposed to this. I had to tell me which one is the right hand palm.
Right hand fan is ingredient. The left hand is weight.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, we are talking about weighing balances now. Okay? Weighing balance. I've given you assignment to check the different classes. Okay? Now in the lab here we have our beam. We have the beam balance. We have triple beam balance. Is there? You've seen it, right?
No.
You can use triple beam balance. No, it's working. You don't need light. Triple beam doesn't need light. It's working. There was one day I went there, the BDP lecturer complained that it wasn't working. I brought it. I worked with it and I showed them that it's working. And it's working. It worked. For years, they were in Pascal.
After this, it's not still working. When they are not doing as long as
Okay. So we have each of these weighing balances. If you look at it, you have the accuracy, the precision. If you look at it, some are in the neighborhood of, some are 0. We have the one that is 100 milligram. That is 0.01 watts. 100 milligram is how many gram? 0.01 watts. Right? Yes. Then, but for the electronic one, electronic analytical, those ones they have in the neighborhood of 0.0001. Okay? 0.0001. Then we have in each of these weighing balance, there's what we call, apart from the precision, we have the capacity, the maximum weight they can do what. These are what you check out before you use any weighing balance. Check these two things: the maximum you can do what, carry, and the precision. Okay. Now remember what I told you about the link between the precision and the decimal place. You put the value you get from that what measurement. I told you that for a weighing balance that has a precision of 0.01 gram, and you come from nowhere and told me that you weigh 5.768 gram from such weighing balance, you are lying. You didn't weigh. You did not weigh. You just manipulated some figures and submitted. Are we together? So you know weigh. So if I'm to mark your practical exam, and you did all your abracadabra and submit, if I see those that did practical, I will know. If I see those that just synthesize figures, I will know. Because of the knowledge of this word, but I know the equipment I gave you to work with. I know what they can do, what you can measure or weigh with them. Are we together? So this is what to check out. Please, when you get to the lab next time, look at it. If you are working, are we working with the electronic balance there?
No.
What's going on?
No.
It's true. You said that this life issues are there. But it's true now. Okay, hello. Let's buy gel. Let's buy gel. How much do you donate for gel? Hey! You guys are wrong, bro. She Okay. But business. Back to business.
Back to business.
Back to business. So please note this point. Let me just give you a clue. Class A is used for medicinal work, to weigh medicinal or pharmaceutical ingredients for small volume of prescription. Okay, just for so the one we use, maybe you are working in a compounding room of a pharmacy or hospital. Just a prescription, maybe a prescription comes. You want to weigh just small weights of ingredient you want to use to compound, not large scale production now. You use class A what? Class A what? Balance. So you can call them class A prescription what? Balance. Class A prescription what? Balance. Okay. Now, there's what is called sensitivity requirements. Let's start from there. I don't think we have discussed this in the class. Have we? We've not, right? Sensitivity requirements. Let's start from there. Another thing here is self what? Explanatory, and I have talked about it. So let me not keep repeating myself, but there's no time.
So what do you say?
Sensitivity requirement, SR. Sensitivity requirements. By the time we go over to Allenworth method of measurements, we make use of this in weighing. We make use of this, but I want to explain it now. Are we together? Are we together? All right, you can put down this definition. You can put down this definition. Sensitivity requirement. Sensitivity requirement is the load that will that will cause a change. Is the load that will cause a change of one division on the index plate of the balance. Is the load that can cause a change of one division on the index plate of the balance. Is the load that will cause a change of one division on the index plates of the balance. I will explain. I will explain. Now listen. When you have, basically there's this general principle guiding this balances. You have basically we have what is called you may have. Let me use the one that I have. Maybe this is just a sketch, okay? I want you to understand the principle, okay? Behind this weighing balance. Now, there may be a scale. There will be a scale somewhere, okay? And now, before you do anything with this, you ensure that it's balanced, okay? Before you ensure that it's what? Balanced. Now, if those weights, when I say weights, I'm talking about in the lab, we have different different objects. Then we call this one 1 kilogram. This one 2 kilogram. Okay? Okay? Or gram. Let me use gram. And we call this one or milligram, depending. Now, what happens is this. This weight, when you want to do, when you want to measure, which one is right hand pan and left hand pan? This is right hand pan, left hand pan. So where do we keep the weights? Here. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Good. Of course, if you keep it here, first, this place will go down. True of us. It will go down. Now, if it goes down, you start adding. Of course, there should be a paper. Hope you know. You know all those precautions you take. Now, as if you want to weigh this powder now, you keep pouring that powder here until this weight. Let's assume you dropped. You want to weigh, for example now, let's assume you want to weigh 10 grams, for example now, or 4 grams, for example now. What you add here with 4 grams weights, it will go down, right? Now, but when everything was here is at what? It's neutral, right? Now, if you add that 4 grams, it will go down. True of us. Then if you keep that powder you want to now weigh, or the ingredient you want to weigh, you keep adding it bit by bit. As you add it, it's coming down. This place is going up. If you add too much, it will tilt, right? You start reducing until they balance. If they balance and the spear is at 0 point, balance point, whatever is here is what? 4 grams. You have weighed 4 grams. Am I communicating? You have weighed what? 4 grams. That's the basic principle behind most of this class A. Am I communicating? Now, let us now go into explaining what scientific requirement is talking about. It says that is the load. You know that here, this is in division. Hope you know. Hope you know. Any load that can cause a change of what? One division on the plate is what? Sensitive requirement of that what? Of that what? Weighing balance. It is SR of the weighing balance. This shows you how sensitive that balance is. Hey, what will happen to me? Can't you say this here? Get on. Office. Are you sure this will allow us to? It's what?
So this scientific requirement, it shows, you know, there are some of this weighing balance, just a small tiny particle drops on the pan. It will show a very large what? Deviation. It shows how sensitive it is. Am I communicating? For this weighing balance now, it shows how sensitive it is. Now, there are some, their sensitivity requirement may be 6 milligram. What if you say that the sensitivity requirement of the weighing balance is 6 milligram? What it means is that a load of 6 milligram can cause a change of 1 division on the scale. Am I communicating? That's the meaning. So if it requires so much load to cause that change, and one that requires small load to cause such change, it means that that other one is more sensitive than that one. True or false? That's the meaning. That's the meaning. That's why, in fact, that's why they will tell you, be careful that some you just keep. Clean it properly. Dust on it can cause error in your what? Measurements. Just dust particles on it can cause error in your what? Measurements. So after your work, make sure that it is properly dusted so that there will be no dust on it. Just before you use it, clean it properly. Ensure there's no dust particle on it, because it will affect your what? Measurements. It will be contributing to your weight. You think that what you are weighing, because if there is already dust particles here and you put your pepper, maybe at the end you want to weigh 4 milligram or so, depending, or 4 gram, and they have dust particles here, and you place a pepper on top of it, bar. At the end, you weigh 3 point something, because the actual weight of the powder there will be 3 point something. It will be that 4, because there are dust particles here. Am I completing? So that is the importance of what this what sensitivity what requirement. Are we together? Are we together? So class A weighing balance, they have sensitivity requirement of around 6 milligram. Do I come again? Okay, just listen properly. I'm coming. I said, I've already told you, right, that class A balance are used in what? Prescription what? Compounding, right? Compounding, small scale, right? Compounding, prescription compounding. That is the prescription from a doctor, from a physician. You use it. You are compounding for a particular what? Patient. You use class A. Am I communicating? Small, very small scale. Now, I made another point again, that this balance, they have scientific requirement of what? 6 milligram. Just let me complete the statement, please. They have scientific requirement of 6 milligram or less with no load. They have scientific requirement of what? 6 milligrams or less with no load, and with a load of 10 grams in each what? Pan. They have scientific requirement of what? 6 milligrams or less with no load, and with a load of 10 grams in each what? Pan. Now this percentage error, listen carefully, by the time we start doing calculation now, you keep hearing things like that the percentage blah 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 is 5%. How do we calculate how you make use of these particular words? This particular word weighing balance to weigh a particular word weight. We do it in aliquot method, but I want to explain it here so you understand it. By the time we go into that, it will be easy for you to understand. Now what happens is this: if in percentage error of 5% below, errors 5% and below are permissible, they are acceptable. This is also one of the questions. Yes, error of 5%. Maximum permissible error is 5%. Error above 5% is not permissible. Are we together? Error above 5% is not what? Permissible. Please note that. Ask, feel free, ask.
This SI, can you see that it's the maximum rate? that moves one balance for one efficient of the scale.
Maximum. Wait. Maximum. I have issues with that maximum. Huh? Okay. Okay, for a particular balance. Okay, it's okay. For a particular balance, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. That is a total for that balance. It's okay. It's okay. Now, listen carefully. Put this in down. Put this in down, please. For class A, weighing balance. It seems I'm even answering because the assignment I gave you, sir. Anyway, it's only for class A. For class A, the maximum capacity is 120 grams. Class A balance, the maximum is 120 what? Gram. Please note that point. Maximum capacity is what? So what it means that you cannot carry anything above 120 grams. That's meaning. If you put 500 grams there, you cannot run. Two of us, you cannot get what you're looking for. So maximum is what? 120 grams. Put this in down. Then I want to dictate something. Then after that, I will explain it. Listen carefully. Put it down, please. Put it down. To avoid errors. To avoid errors of greater than 5%. To avoid errors greater than 5% when using class A balance. When using class A balance, the pharmacist should not weigh less than 120 milligrams of materials. Yeah, the pharmacist should not weigh less than 120 milligrams of materials. Let me explain. It has sensitivity requirement of what? 6 milligram. What it means is that if it has sensitivity requirement of what? 6 milligram, the error acceptable, remember the maximum acceptable error is what? 5%. Now the lowest weight you can use it to measure is should be 120 milligrams at 5% what error. If you go and use it to weigh less than 120 milligram, the error that will be there will be above 5%, and it's not what acceptable. This, even though we have not done percentage error, but I may be forced to talk about it using this. Maybe I'll just introduce it. If we go there, we may not discuss it much again. Am I communicating? Now, what do you understand by the term percentage error from your physics? From your physics, what do you understand by the term percentage error? Let's start from there. Your physics. Even your mathematics, you see mathematics. True or false? You see mathematics. So tell me. I'm listening. You must tell me this one, though. Look what you go find out now. You must tell me this one. It's in your mathematics O level. It's in your physics. Percentage error. So what? Error over what? Error over what? Actual weight. Times what? Let me write what you said now. She said that is what? The percentage error. She said a percentage error is what? Error over what? Over what? Actual. Times what? What? 5% of 120 milligram is what? Huh? 5% of 120 milligram is what? Is it 6? Now, 5. Now, peg the error at 6 milligram. Then use the weight as 100 and find it per percentage. The same 6. Peg. See, this thing can be defined, this can be explained in different ways. So we have desired, but let me not go into that. When we go into that, I'll treat it. That's why I'm trying to explain something. I said peg this one at the numerator at 6, sensitivity requirement 6 milligram is there for the weighing balance, right? Then try to weigh 100 milligram. Yes. Then what percentage it is? 6%. Do you understand what I'm saying? 6%, right? Yes. Look up. Maximum error acceptable, probably 5%, right? Good. Now, SR here is what? 6 what? Milligram, right? Good. Times what? This is the desired weight. The one you want to weigh, right? Right? Or the least wearable weight is okay. Then make this one the subject of the formula. What will you get? No, it's not true. Look at it now. Least wearable weight or desired weight is equal to what? 6 milligram times what? 100% over what? What's the answer? What's the answer? 120 milligram, right? Good. Now, to avoid error that is above 5%, the least weight you can weigh with this class A is what? 120 milligram. I have pointed out three things about this class A, that they are used for small scale prescription compounding, that the maximum capacity is what? 120 gram. That the least weight you can weigh with this weighing balance to avoid error above 5% is what? 120 milligram. If you weigh 150 milligram, the error will be less than 5%. True or false? Is permissible. Let's assume, let's place the weight. Let's assume I want to weigh 150 milligram. Let's assume I want to weigh 150 milligram. 150 milligram, right? So what is the error now? What is the error? What is the error? 4%. Is it permissible?
Yes.
True or false? Possible, right?
Yes.
Now let me now weigh 200 milligram with this. Can I weigh 200 milligram with this?
Yes.
Can I weigh 200 milligram with this?
Yes.
I can, right?
Yes.
Has it reached the maximum? Maximum is what? 150 gram, right? So I can weigh. If I weigh 200 milligram, what is the error? Is it permissible?
Yes.
Now let me now weigh 110 milligram. Oh yeah. What's the error now? 5 point what? Is it permissible?
No.
Now let me weigh 119 milligram. 119 milligram. Is it permissible?
No.
It's not. So for a weighing balance that has sensitivity requirement of 6 milligram, the least weighable weight the least weight you can weigh without committing error above 5% is what?
120.
So for that particular weighing balance, once you see that the sensitivity requirement is 6 milligram, don't try to weigh anything less than 120 with that. The error will be above 5%. And any error that's above 5% is not permissible, it's not allowed. So the maximum permissible error is what? 5 what? Percent. What of a weighing balance with a requirement of 4 milligram? What is the least weight you can weigh to avoid error above 5%? Let's assume that the SR for a weighing balance is 4 milligram. SR for a weighing balance is 4 milligram. What is the least weight you can weigh without causing error above 5%? What? 80. Someone said 80. Let's see if it's true. Someone said 80. Let's see if it's true. Someone said 8, right? Let's see if it's what? True. Am I computing? The error, the marginal error is what? 5%, right? Then the SR is what? Over the least weighable weight. We don't know, right? Times what? So we make the sort of formula, right? The least weight is now equal to what? Over what? This cancel this. Times what? Oh, well, yeah. This is 20, right? 20 times 4 milligram is what? 80 milligram. So for a weighing balance that has SR of 4 milligram, the least weight you can weigh using that balance is what? If you try to weigh less than 80, the error will be above 5 what percent, and it's not permissible. Am I communicating? That's the concept of this SR, least weight and percent, and the error, maximum error. Am I communicating? So you can say that the maximum error, the error marks for the weighing balance is the SR over the LW times what? 100%. This is a powerful formula. Keep it. The error marks, meaning maximum permissible what? Error, okay? Is equal to what? SR over what? Least weight times what? 100%. We will make use of it more when we go to aliquot measurements. Have we set up to 1 hour here? What's time? Huh? This kind of lecture that I spent almost half of the time outside.
So you were pausing it.
Ah, sorry. Were I pausing it?
Yes.
Okay, gift cannot lie. So we have a perfect gift here, right? Wow. I'm trying to see if there's something we are missing. Us into aliquot what? Aliquot what? Method of what? Measurement. So this thing now will usher us into what? Aliquot method of what? Measurement. Please do the assignment I gave you. Please do the assignment. As I said before now, that an aliquot is indirect. In a situation whereby you want to weigh, maybe remember you have a weighing balance, right? Maybe the sensitivity requirement of the weighing balance you have is 6 milligram. You do like a calculation, you already know that you cannot weigh anything less than 120 milligram. What will you do? What will you now do? Because if you try to weigh, maybe you want to weigh 50 milligram, and the weighing balance you have has SR of 6 milligram. That means you cannot weigh 50 milligram with it. What are you going to do? You now apply aliquot method of measurement, indirect method of measurements. All these things we will be doing in mere ratio and proportion. Aliquot is nothing but taking the proportion of one ingredient in another what? Ingredient. Simple. Proportion of one ingredient in another what? Ingredients. Now let me explain. Or before that, let me dictate what is this so that I can have a foundation upon which I will talk. Now listen carefully. Just listen carefully. Listen carefully. Just listen. You have this to read. Just listen. Let's reason together. You are talking about what? Adequate method of what? Weighing and what? Measuring. When a degree of precision in measurement that is beyond the capacity of the instrument at hand is required. So this precision, you know what I mean by when a precision is beyond, not capacity as in the maximum, not the maximum you can know. Precision talks about the smallest you can do what. So if the precision is smaller than what that thing can carry, is far above the precision of that particular what ingredient, equipment, what are you going to do? So that is that when a degree of precision in measurement that is beyond the capacity of the instrument at hand is required, the pharmacist may achieve the desired precision by calculating and measuring in terms of aliquot parts. Aliquot parts. So what is now an aliquot? An aliquot is only about what? Fraction, proportion, or parts that is contained, and that it contained an exact number of times in another. When you have ingredients, part, fraction that is contained in a specific number of times in a particular what ingredient. When we are talking about this now, you see things like if you have the ingredient, the active ingredient in a diluent. We did this in your first year, but maybe that time it would look like I was speaking Chinese. So we are here now. Let me not do it again. You have to you dilute, take some portion, dilute again, take some portion. Those portions you are taking contains parts of the original one. True of us, you keep diluting and taking the portion, adding the diluent, dilute again, mix, blend, take a portion, dilute again. Inside that one, it will contain smaller quantity of that initial one active ingredient you started, and more of diluent. True of us. Now that's what you call what? Aliquots. So with this now, you can actually that diluent will now form a bulk that will enable you to weigh that particular what ingredient in that small quantity, because you have already known by proportion the amount that will be in that small portion that is contained inside that bulk that you can weigh. You can actually know. As you weigh that one, you know the amount of the active ingredient in that small one, and you now do the calculation well, so that as you are weighing that bulk, you weigh the one that will contain the exact amount of active ingredient you are looking for. That's what is called what? Aliquot method of what? Measurement. We'll do it practically so we understand it better. So I'll explain how you get you have a bigger portion of, let's assume for example now, you want to weigh, let's assume you want to weigh something like this. You want to weigh, in a question like this, they will give you the scientific requirements. They don't give you the least weight you can weigh with that thing. They only give you the scientific requirements of the what? The weighing balance. But can it be used to weigh a particular what? Amount of what? Ingredients. You are the one to use that formula I gave you. That error max is equal to what? SR over what? LW times what? 100%. You, of course, you know that error max is 5%, right? So you can use to calculate your LW. If there's a question you may see, I may decide to give you a question like this. I know, I am fully aware that you can weigh that particular amount with that balance. I will ask you, explain how you can weigh 150 milligram using a weighing of an ingredient, using a weighing balance of that has a equivalent of 6 milligram. A Chinese say, hey, how about report? You go and start doing a report. You're wasting your time. Once you find the head of IPAM and it's what 1 to 2 milligram, answer. This can be weighed directly by weighing it on the scale and go your way because it is beyond, it is above the what least what weight. But some human beings will go and start doing a report for me. That means you don't even understand the concept of what aliquot method of what measurements. Don't worry. I'll give you that question now. You don't even know when you start doing aliquot. Now, having explained that dilution, I've taught you this dilution with solid dilution, liquid dilution, right? So now, let us now go straight to a question. You use a question to do what? Answer this. And as I'm answering the question now, you'll be remembering what you did in first year, and you'll be happy. For those that listened and forgot, not for those that didn't even listen at all. Those that listened, maybe they forgot it, will be happy, enjoying it. But those that were playing that time will be having issues. Okay, let me look for a question, then we'll take it off. Come and write this in for us on the board fast. Okay, this one. Torsion. It's not tozo, it's torsion. It's torsion, not tozo. It not tozo from where? Alright, so let's look at the question. The question says a torsion prescription balance has a sensitivity requirement of 6 milligram. Explain how you would weigh 4 milligram of atropine sulfate with accuracy of what? 4 to 5% using lactose as the what? Diluent. Before you rush and start doing aliquot, you don't know what you are doing. Try to be sure. Try to determine the lowest what, the least what, smallest weight you can weigh by using that formula, right?
Yes.
So the first step is to determine the lowest what weight or the smallest weight. That's the first thing to do. So to do that now, remember that we already have that our error marks. Error mark is equal to what? SR over what? Times what? 100 what? This marker is not markering. Oh yeah, maybe times 100 what percent. So our NW is now what? SR times what?
100
Over what? Error what? Mass, right? So from this question, what's the answer? We have this is SR is what? 6 milligram times what? 100% over what? 5%. This cancel this. This cancel this is what? 20. Is 120 watts. So the least or smallest weight you can weigh using this without causing error above 5% is what? 120 milligram. But we are asked to weigh what? So how will you use it to? If you mistakenly weigh 4 milligram, how many percent error will you commit? If you mistakenly weigh 4 milligram, how many percent error will you commit? 100% error. Eh? Do it now. It's simple now. 150 what? Percent error is too much, right? Maximum is 5%. He then went 150% error. It's too much, right? So we are going to use what? Aliquot method, and it's simple. It's simple. Since you know that the least this can weigh is 120 milligram, you try as much as possible to keep diluting this until you get a weight that can cover, in which both the atropine sulfate and the diluent can still weigh be up to 120 milligram, and the atropine inside it is up to what? 4 milligram. If you can achieve that, you have weighed it. Now, let us now do that. The first thing to do, the first step to take is to make what is called, I call it an assumption. You can say, okay, let me fix weight of the atropine. It can be 120 milligram or above 120 milligram. Remember that the least you can weigh is what? So it can be above 120 milligram or above what? 120 milligram. But one thing with this aliquot method that you should try as much as possible. You must not use the same step in solving a report method of measurement. It must not be the same step. Am I communicating? Because everything you do must not be you must not even use the same method, the same answer. But what matters is that you have weighed the what? 4 milligram. Am I communicating? Yes. But anything what you are doing, ensure that you don't waste ingredients. You don't waste what? Because in practical terms, if I'm not that employed you, and you say you are doing a report, and you waste my ingredient for me, your salary I'll take it from your what? Salary. So you don't waste ingredients unnecessarily. In as much as you are trying to achieve what I trying to. By the time I'm done with this, you understand what I mean by wasting what? Ingredients. Look up. Now, you can say, okay, decide to fix it at 120 milligram. Okay? Now, you say, okay. Now, you cannot say, okay, that you want to weigh what? 4 milligram, right?
Yes, sir.
But the maximum, the minimum that can weigh is what?
120.
120 milligram. What are you going to do? How can we dilute this? How can we dilute this to be able to get a portion that will contain the diluent, and inside it will still contain 4 milligram? How do we achieve it? Now, if you weigh let's assume now you weigh 120 milligram of atropine. Of course, for you to say 120 milligram, you would have weighed it, and add 1,000 milligram of the what? Diluent. What is the diluent here? And get what? 1,200 milligram of both the what? Diluent and what? Atropine and what? Lactose, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Saw you. Thank you. God bless you. 1,120. Thank you. Look at when I thought this morning. 1120. Huh? No. That's why where I said that what you use here must not be the same thing. Here. This is where the issue of wasting ingredient comes. This is where the issue of wasting what? Ingredient comes. Don't worry, but I'm done. You understand better. Now, remember our target is to weigh what? 4 milligram. If we add this to this, and we have this, inside this, we have 120 milligram of what? Atropine, and 100 milligram of what? Lactose. How many times will we divide this to get 4 milligram? 30, right? If 30 divided, we have what? 4 milligram, right? Good. Can 30 divide this? Huh? 2 point what? Don't worry. See. Hello? I'm showing you something. Don't write a conclusive. I'm trying to show you something. Just follow what I'm doing. You will not need to write. Just try to understand what I'm doing. I'm going to teach you how to play around this. Okay? Now, if you divide 2 by 30, here I'll give you what? Huh? Divide 2 by 30. Point what? This for this is what this, right? True of us? True of us? For you that say that you don't know what I'm doing. Is that clear enough, right? Good. This plus this is 37 point what? 33 milligram, right? Had it been, had it been that this thing here is up to 120 milligram or above, we would have gotten our answer. But we cannot weigh this thing with the weighing balance. It's still below what? Even though it contains 4 milligram, it's still below what? Am I computing? Yes. Look at it. Had it been, let's assume that it's up to 120. All I need to do is just to get 120 milligram of the active ingredient, add 1000 milligram, mix it well, and weigh out the amount to contain this 4 milligram. Two of us, we are done. But this thing, you cannot weigh this thing with the weighing balance now. Yes. It's below what? 120. So it cannot work. I'm showing you the steps you will take with time now. When you start solving your own, this is confusion you see yourself into. When you start solving your own, I'm trying to bring out many errors you will see. Sometimes you can weigh this thing. You can get something you can weigh here because you know that this contains the diluent and the active ingredient. Remember, sometimes you can get what you can weigh, but it may not contain the amount of the active ingredient you want to weigh. It happens sometimes. So, having seen this, what this will tell you is to bulk add more diluents. This will inform that you need to add more diluents. If you add more diluents, then you can bulk it up and get to what you're looking for. Now here, there's a very long step in your course material I don't want to put you through. I want you to just use your so this doesn't work, right? It's not working. So someone like a mama will do this type of thing for me. Okay, mama. Can only you. Now, so what means that we need to bulk add more of the words that are true of us. Now let's assume from here you can even, are we together? Yes. You can even use you can even look at this thing, see what you can divide to get something that you can weigh, and it will still contain 4 milligram as you divide through. Here now, if you add let's add 6. Okay, give say 35. Let's try. Give say 3 around 500 watts. Milligram of the watts. Direct, right? Yes. Good. This will not give you what? 3 around watts. 620 milligram. How many times? Remember what to determine what you are going to do is what is here. Remember, how many times will you divide this to get 4 milligram? Right. So that you divide through by 30, right? Yes. Divide it by 30 or yeah again. Divide it by 30 or yeah again. 116 point what? 7, right? Yeah. Milligram. This one we call 120.6. 120 point what? 6. Point what? 7. This is 120.7, right? Yes. If you can, weigh 120.7. If you contain this, I agree. But let's try and avoid decimal points. Okay?
Yes.
So what can we do to avoid this the decimal points? What can we do? She tried, she got it, but there's something else. What can we do to avoid? Can we get is there anything we can do here to get 3,006 here? What can we add here to get 3,006?
348.
Good. So if you add 348 here, here becomes what? 36. So let's divide through by 30. Hey. Let's divide through by what? Here becomes what? 4 milligram. Here becomes what? Here becomes what?
120 milligrams.
So what it means is that if you get 120 milligram of the active ingredient, this atropine sulfate, and add 3,480 milligram of what? Lactose, and mix properly, you will get 3,000 what? 600 milligram. From this 3,600 milligram, you do what? You weigh out what? 120 milligram. That 120 milligram you weigh out will contain 4 milligram of what? Atropine. You have weighed 4 milligram of atropine using this weighing balance. You have weighed it. But one thing you should know is that in the rare compound, when you are compounding, make quite sure that the diluent you are using is lactose. Are you together? Yes. Ensure that the diluent you use when you are compounding whatever you want to compound is what? Lactose. So that you have to do what? Just reduce the quantity so that you can make up the lactose you need for the entire what? Product. Am I communicating? Yes. Just like if you want to cook, if you want to cook or maybe something that you need, let's assume that you want to cook a measured amount of soup. A measured amount of soup, for example now. A measured amount of soup. And the vehicle you want to use in cooking the soup is water, right? The vehicle is what? Water. Of course, you know what vehicle is. So people have not gone through your dispensing handouts. When they gave you don't go through it. And apart from that, I explain what a vehicle is in your face. What are you telling me? Now listen. The vehicle you want to use is water, right? Of course, generally the vehicle we use in preparing soup is what? Water. True of us. When you put water, other things is inside the water, right? Even though far yourself, even though far, there's still water there. Huh? What? You say what? You say what? What do you say? Well, what is the vehicle? Oil. now when you pound the apple, having cooked it, they say having cooked it, and you pound it, right? As you are macerating it, what do you pour? What do you pour? You pour it. You pour it on your own. If you pour it on air, the oil doesn't will come out. It's still water. It's still water. Now, hello, are we together? Are we together? Now, let's assume that you want to prepare a measure. Let's assume Let's assume you want to prepare 1 liter or 4 liter of egusi soup. Even though it's not easy to measure, but let's assume. And you when you are preparing the egusi whatever separately, right? You added water, do other things before you, or maybe you cooked meat. Maybe you cooked meat. You said to make the meat to be soft and they tasty. You added other things that will make it, if you eat meat, you know that you are eating meat. Then you pour water. That's water in that what? Meat, right? Yeah, maybe you have like 15, like 500 ml of water in this meat. But you're preparing 4 liter of egusi soup, right? Then you pour that water already in the meat. You carry that pot of water that contains the meat and pour everything in the main pot you are using to prepare the soup. Now, the water you are going to add again, you should be careful. You try to reduce it so that it doesn't offshoot 4 liters. True of us. So that's what we are talking about here. You only have lactose in this 120 milligram that contains 4 milligram of atropine. So any other lactose you're going to add, watch the amount of lactose you need. Make deductions so it can blend with lactose already present in this 120 milligram. That's why I say ensure that the diluent you are using in your aliquot measurement is the same diluent for the entire what? Compounding. Am I communicating? That's the point I'm trying to make here. So this will contains what? 4 milligram of what? Atropine. But this diluent help us to weigh it. Yeah, so if you carry this 120 milligram that contains 116 milligram of what? Lactose and 4 milligram of what? Atropine, and put in the compounding whatever, you have added 4 milligram of what? Atropine. You only have to reduce the amount of diluent so you can blend well, not having excess what? Diluent. Does it make sense? This is adequate method of what? Measurement. Have you not seen how someone can also decide to go beyond 34880 milligram? Yes. If you like, so you can even go up to 6,000, but you are wasting what? Ingredients. Yes. Because at the end, you only take small amount of it. Others will just be, unless you are preparing large quantity. That's when you can. But if you assume you have just 1% you are preparing for a patient in compounding room for a patient. This will not. The remaining one from this 3,000 will be a waste. Two of us. So what if you now added excess what? Lactose. What will now happen? It must not be 120 milligram. It can be 150 milligram. Hope you know. So that's why I say that it's not a straightforward thing. It's not. You must not have. In fact, if I even did this type of thing to solve as SATO, essay question, if you copy each other, I will know. If you copy each other, I will do what? I will know that you copied. Because if you're on your own working, there's no way you will take exactly the same step and the same values. It's not possible. Because one, you don't even know what I will set. Two, you don't even know exactly what to use. You may be here cracking your brain on, let me use 150, let me use 120. Both ones that at the end, you'll be able to get something here that you can weigh, and it will contain something that you can weigh with the weighing balance, and it at the same time contain what? 4 milligram. These are two important things you should note. In fact, 3 important things you should note. To get what you can weigh here with the weighing balance, 1, and it must contain 4 milligram, 2, and you don't waste what? In practice, but I don't care whether I want in your exam, but in practice, try not to waste what? Where my concern is in your exam is what is here I want to say. Sometimes, just as I did in the first one, I may get what may contain 4 milligram, but it may not be up to 120 milligram. I cannot weigh it without weighing milligram. It's nonsense. Sometimes I may get something I can weigh here, but it may not contain 4 milligram. They must do what? Balance. They must do what? Any question? Ask. Yes. It should know that this is the one it can weigh. The weighing balance can weigh. But I won't need going waste because these things are expensive. Hope you know. Let's assume you are just doing for a patient. 120 milligram. These things are poisons. They are very, very expensive. 120 milligram. At the end, you take only 124 milligram from it. Other one will be what? Waste. And you cannot keep them and store them like that. Unless you are preparing for more than it's okay. I'm not complaining. So no need trying to move it up. But the only thing you should know is take care of. Why sometimes it's good to be careful of course, you put it into consideration you are what? Overage. Remember, right? Yes. You put into consideration you are what? Overage. Please note that one. So now with this let's solve another question. You're tired? Hey, this small thing now, you're tired already. Me go eat. I don't leave my house without eating. Oscar, 8 a.m. I must. It's 5 a.m. I must eat. So maybe we'll stop here. But it depends that I was thinking again next week. How can we cover with that pace? No, you already have questions now, so no need for that. I think we'll stop here. In our next class, hello. I think we are through with this topic. We have stylishly treated error. See his eyes. Sure you know. We have treated error. Hope you know. You don't know. Alright, thank you very much for your attention. God bless you.